Something I used to be incredibly baffled by. I talked about this in one of my lives. I don't remember which live it was, but just how globally racism permeates everything that we do, right? So there's so much geopolitical hypocrisy in the way in which we all share this big rock that we live on. When I find out that there are specific countries or specific regions within the world that are like vehemently anti-black or racist, it's surprising, but not really. Israel was surprising to me for whatever reason. I was like, oh my God, they're an apartheid state? That's crazy. And everyone around me was like, that surprises you? I was like, yes, that surprises me. Similar to when I was doing a lot of reading and research on like nuclear politics behind nuclear weapons, when I found out that we sourced all of the raw materials, all the uranium ore that we need to build nuclear bombs from Africa, but Africa and the leaders of the countries in Africa aren't allowed to have nuclear bombs because they're black. That is what helped me understand that it's always that deep, and African Americans being so loud about it and like white people being like, oh my God, you make everything about race, when it's like that all over the world and in every facet of politics that you can think of. This is on a global political scale. None of the treaties will allow for any country on the continent of Africa to have nuclear arms, but no country in the world would have nuclear boom booms if they weren't getting their raw minerals and materials from that country. That's textbook racism. So it's not about right or wrong. Like, people keep saying that. It's not about left versus right. It's about good versus evil. It's about right versus wrong. It's not, right? Because that's a spirit also. What it's supposed to be about is divine justice. And you can take divinity out of it, right? If you're an American, you have the right to do that. You have the right to separate these principles and these virtues and these morals from any God and just focus on the ethical framework and the moral framework and the definitions of these virtues and what they mean to sovereignty, what they mean to freedom, and how that ties into, the way in which we navigate and trek through life.